I loved Snapchat when it first came out. It was so freaking funny. I have way too many screenshotted ugly pictures of my friends for blackmail fuel. It's insane. And then of course throwback to the good old days when your top 3 best friends would show and you could find out who your man was snapping because honey, it wasn't you. What is up you guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Eamon Hassan and welcome back to another video. Did you know that even though your snap disappears after however many seconds you set it to, it's still in the Snapchat database, so the creators of the app can see every snap ever sent ever. I told you once something is sent, it will always be somewhere. Learn from my mistakes, people. Let's get into it. These are the top 10 scary Snapchat stories. Starting us off at number 10 is the fridge. Back in August of 2017, 2 minors in Massachusetts were arrested after a Snapchat they posted on their story went public. The girls were babysitting a baby and the video features them putting the crying baby in the fridge and then closing the door fully and saying bye. A few seconds later, they open the door and take the baby out. That's literally horrific. I don't know why they would do that, let alone record it and put it on their Snap story. The baby's mum Bonnie said she had to quickly take a shower and asked her niece and her friend to watch a 7-month-old baby for literally 10 minutes. Despite no harm coming to the child, the girls were both charged with child assault, endangerment, and battery with a dangerous weapon. Anytime I hear about anyone hurting a baby, I immediately lose it. Like, I want to kill you. I will kill you. Coming in at number 9 are the cats. This one pissed me off so much, I'm trying hard to not lose it right now. Animal abuse is just the sickest thing you can do. They are literally helpless. They have no idea what you're doing or why you're doing it. It just breaks my heart. They don't even know why you're hurting them. They're just out here trying to trust you. Back in August of 2017, a 26-year-old man from Saudi Arabia posted a Snapchat on his story of him driving around in a neighborhood of Jeddah. In it, he has the nerve to don the cat filter while killing 3 cats in the video. He threw some from his moving car and killed the other one with a rifle. And in it, he said, "For those who tell me it's haram to kill cats, I have to wash 4 cars every week." Haram means forbidden in Arabic. Oh, I am so sorry you have to clean your cars. Why don't you just get your 15 maids to do it for you? Or, I don't know, why don't you just not travel with your cats where they don't have a litter box to go in? Enough users were absolutely horrified with the story that they called on Snap to investigate. That then led to the Saudi Ministry of Environment, Water and Agriculture to issue a statement about how he acted in complete disregard of Islam and the laws of the country. He was arrested but released on bail and his family was put under police protection after neighbors started defacing their cars and house out of anger. There's so much despotism in Saudi, I cannot even. No matter what you do, as a local, they will never truly make you face the consequences. I'm over it. At number 8, we have the Snap Stalker. This one comes from Redditor Lena11, who said she was at home one night listening to scary stories on YouTube. Probably what you guys are doing right now. Too close to home. At around 2 AM, a user called Lappy789 added her on Snapchat and she accepted thinking it was one of her friends. She rarely ever used Snapchat and neither did her friends, and her username wasn't posted anywhere, so she just assumed it had to be a friend. Their profile had no tells on it except a score of 7. Your Snapchat score tells you how frequently someone sends a snap. Either way, 10 minutes later she gets her first snap from the person and it's a picture of grass. She asks the person who they are, but the user opens and doesn't respond. They then start sending her a series of miscellaneous snaps until she realizes they're all parts of her backyard. Keep in mind this backyard has a super tall fence around it, so it's not easy to get into, meaning the person was scouting around during the day trying to find a way in. Either way, the user ran to the window but saw nothing outside. Another snap comes through. Freaking out, she runs downstairs and outside into the backyard but still can't see anyone or anything. Another snap, and this time it was a picture of her sleeping mum on the sofa. Now is when the user started screaming, and so her dad woke up trying to calm her down. He went searching in the backyard with his gun but again found nothing. The user had been screenshotting all the snaps, so she started showing her parents, and that's when they started freaking out as well. The village she lived in was small and they had just moved there, so it's not like she even knew anyone. The last snap she got was when she finally got into bed and it was a picture of her front gate with the caption, "See you soon, bye." After that, she blocked the account and found out it had been deactivated after that night anyway. The next morning, the family found footprints in the mud outside and it wasn't any of theirs. Filling a number 7 slot is The Attack. In January of this year, 4 people in Cleveland attacked a transgender local with a wooden plank, a brick, and a helmet. They posted the whole assault on Snapchat, and it involved them repeatedly beating and kicking the 20-year-old at an apartment complex near the Brooklyn Center neighborhood. The victim sustained many injuries, including cuts to the face and ears, as well as swelling overall. One of the attackers was 19-year-old Sean Tolbert, who acted as the ringleader of it all. The group had been terrorizing the victim for months, and it all came to fruition when they had to wash Sean's car to repay a $15 debt. During the wash, Sean hit the victim with a wooden plank every time he thought they had missed a spot, and then the other 3 joined the event. Thankfully, Sean was charged with felonious assault and kidnapping, aggravated menacing, a first-degree misdemeanor, and more. Crimes against the LGBTQIA+ community are always so high, and for what? The way other people identify with themselves or with their sexuality is literally nobody's business but theirs. It's not affecting you in any way, it's not harming you. I don't get why people go out of their way to hurt them. Leave them alone, people. Love is love. Jesus! Now at number 6 are the Vandals. Back in August of 2017, this is like the 5th story that's happened in August of 2017. That was not a good month or year for Snapchat horror stories. Christopher Gonzalez and Gary Higginbotham broke into their alma mater, Lassiter High School. The duo filmed themselves going to a shopping center and stealing extinguishers to spray on cars. A nearby restaurant employee and ex-classmate of theirs recognized them and immediately called the police. The duo's rampage continued to a Cobb County police car when they started jumping on it and smashing it up. They then took the show back to the school. I have no idea how they got in without forced entry, but we're just gonna go with it. They uploaded videos of themselves throwing basketballs through the new ceiling tiles, removing food from the cafeteria freezer, and throwing furniture everywhere. So not only was all this on both their Snap stories, it was also caught on the school's surveillance cameras. Police showed up a little while later, and both were arrested and charged with vandalism, burglary, and terroristic threats. Coming in at number 5 is The Evidence. I knew people were dumb, but this should be in a new category of its own. I didn't know this existed. Back in August of 2017, are we surprised by the date or month? 21-year-old Anthony Pee-wee Frederico went to his friend's house and asked her to give him some of her watches. She declined, and then he posted a Snapchat story about how he was going to break into her house and steal the watches. Thankfully, the girl saved the video, and a few days later she came home to find all the windows smashed and every single watch of hers gone. The damages were around $3,200 for the 16 stolen watches. To make matters worse, or to highlight his stupidity, Anthony posted a photo of himself wearing one of the watches on his story, and so the woman was like, screw this guy. She called the detectives on her case, sent them the picture, and surveillance video proved even more damning evidence of Frederico being the thief. When authorities showed him the Snap story, he claimed he was helping law enforcement find the watches, so they're like, yeah, well you had one of the watches, so why didn't you alert us? He obviously had nothing to say and was charged with felony grand theft, felony burglary, and misdemeanor criminal mischief. Mischief managed. At number 4 is Sean. This one comes from an anonymous person who lived in a town in New Jersey, and this story takes place while they were at Black Bear Fitness, aka the gym. The dude's just doing his sets when he sees this lanky, awkward looking guy walk into the gym. The guy then tries to talk to him while he has his earphones in mid-set. You never talk to someone mid-set. That's like the #1 rule at the gym. Don't do it. Either way, the guy asked him if he needed anything, and the awkward guy started making up a story of how familiar he looked and oh, we must know each other. The guy assured him they did not know each other, but he kept insisting and eventually asked for his Snapchat and Instagram, and the guy ended up giving him his Snap, probably just to make him go away. That night, he got a notification saying Snap from Sean, and he opened it to see Sean looking super close into the camera, almost very creepily. Sean kept snapping him to the point the guy removed him as a friend, but he just snapped him again with the caption, "Why did you remove me?" Now the guy was pissed and blocked Sean, and within minutes Sean had made a new account and added him again and sent another snap. This snap though was a picture of the guy's front lawn with the caption, "Answer me." How did Sean find him, you may ask? The map feature on Snapchat. Have it off, you guys. Turn your GPS off. I turned that off a long time ago. The guy ended up calling 911 and then started hearing Sean tap on the windows. Here is where he went full hero mode. He pulled him in and punched him a few times to knock him out, and when he woke up, the police was already there. Mic drop. Filling our number 3 slot is the private chat. Back in July of 2017, 20-year-old Cosmo Donato was accused of 4 murders in Bucks County, and he confessed to the killings to avoid the death penalty. Cosmo has a long history of mental illness, including schizophrenia, and shared that he was also part of 2 other murders that happened when he was 15. Upon being arrested, it was uncovered that he had had over 30 run-ins with the police in the past 6 years and was also arrested for having a firearm after being institutionalized. Cosmo would lure the guys to his family farm with a promise of separate deals before killing them. 3 bodies were put in a pig roaster and burned, and the others were apparently buried 12 feet deep using a backhoe. A few days before Cosmo was arrested, he sent 2 snaps of him with a revolver to a private group on Snapchat and even said he was concerned about one of his victims, and I quote, "I know the kid, but yeah, I feel bad for his parents. He's a pill-popping junkie who had 2 DUIs and got popped for stolen bikes and guns. He probably just jumped parole or probation." I mean, that's still no reason to kill someone, but okay, Cosmo. Now at number 2 is the footage. Back in August of 2017, damn, what am I saying? Bad time for Snapchat scandals, they were just so bloody many. An unnamed 20-year-old Ohio local was offered alcohol by her step-grandfather, 77-year-old James Allen. When she was sufficiently drunk, James made several sexual advances towards her, which she posted on Snapchat. In the video, you can clearly see her protesting multiple times, and before long, someone on her list who had seen the story contacted the police. Police Chief Michael Meisler said James let them into the house where they found the girl upstairs completely impaired, and he was then arrested and charged with Goodbye, James Allen. And finally, at number 1 is the stunt. Back in Feb of 2017, 17-year-old Jonathan Chow was shopping at some mall with his friend Ruth. She shared that as they were walking, he saw this ledge and told her to take a Snapchat video as he jumped over the railing. They both thought the ledge was made of concrete, but when he jumps, you can see Ruth's shock as he falls straight through the plasterboard. Jonathan fell down 4 more floors and died on impact. Now I watched the surveillance footage of the story and it genuinely made me really sad. Like, I can't tell you guys how many times my friends and I have just done stupid on Snapchat and just sent it to each other. Like, this really could have happened to anyone. And that is it for today's video, guys. Let us know if you kind of want us to continue this series. Maybe we'll tackle another social media platform, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, other ones. As always, I've been your host, Eamon Hassan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.